brother, of course. Of course, when I try to start recording, we get a goblin army approaching from the east. You know what? It is what it is. Rise and grind, gamers. My name is Tetsyumi. Welcome back to episode 4 of our Starlight River mod playthrough. And this is the day we fight and take down the Oracle. Guys, if you didn't watch the last episode, we committed ourselves to fighting the Oracle. And suffice it to say, we did not take him down. We got our ass beat instead. But it's a really cool fight. It's a really super fun fight. I just think we were a little bit too underpowered at that point to take him down. However, in today's episode, we should finally be sufficiently powered to take him down. And that is thanks to our episode to-do list here. Pretty much all of this episode... I bit my cheek. What the fuck? Ow. How did I do that? Like, normally people bite their lip. Like, I bit my cheek. I bit the inside of my cheek. Okay, you know what? God damn it. Whatever. I lost my train of thought. Everything on our episode to-do list here is to prepare us to fight and beat the Oracle. So you guys can see here, you know what? We got the Goblin Army. I have to lock in a little bit. I'll just go ahead and read it on my second monitor. I have it written down over here. The first thing I want to do is I want to get ourselves more of these exotic geodes, because these exotic geodes go into making, if I can actually pull it up, they go into making a cool new armor set, which I don't really know what it does, but like it looks cool. I want to check it out. And a cool new bow, the Geode bow, which hit enemies to create a crystal growth, and then I can shoot these growths to deal massive damage. That sounds really cool, so I want to try that out. Next thing we got is to fight the Blood Moon. If you guys don't remember, I think in the first episode, or maybe the second episode, I don't quite remember, we fought a Blood Moon, and in the Blood Moon, we got some of these living bloods. Now, these living bloods go into making a lot of really cool stuff. There's like a cool sword that like it allows you to teleport with right click. Like I don't know. A staff of disassembly, 60 stubborn damage is insane. There's like a death saxophone, take damage and kill foes with other weapons to charge the saxophone, and then you can unleash a high damage roar of prismal death. Like what does that mean? That sounds awesome. I want to make everything that we can with these like living bloods, so we got to go ahead and fight another Blood Moon to get a bunch more of these things, because I currently don't have enough. And we also kind of have like secondary goals with the Blood Moon, because obviously we want to get more of these living blood, right? But for some recipes like the Radicula's Rapier, I don't know how to even say that, we need stuff like the Shadow Scales, or in our case we're gonna need tissue samples because we're in a Crimson world. And also we're gonna need to get ourselves like the Guide Voodoo Doll, so we can also go ahead and fight ourselves the Brain of Cthulhu a few times. Maybe take him down. I mean, I'm not like, my goal is not to take down the Brain of Cthulhu, but like we could really, I just want to kill a bunch of the like eyes it spawns in, so we can get ourselves some of the tissue samples to like make some of this cool stuff. After we do all that, what I want to do is grab myself some Hellstone for actually the next thing, which is Ancient Gears. So the reason I want to get Hellstone is because there's a new crafting material called Ancient Gears that we get by extracting desert fossils or silk in an extractinator. And with those Ancient Gears, we can make a ton of really cool stuff. And specifically, there's a cool gun that we can make, except we need Hellstone to make it. So I figured we can do like a bit of fishing or something, maybe get the Reaver Shark. Actually, no, I don't think we can get the Reaver Shark anymore. I think what we have to do is get like the Deathbringer pickaxe from more of these tissue samples. So we'll probably do that, get the Deathbringer pickaxe, and then we can get the Hellstone, and then we can make some of the cool stuff with the like Ancient Gears, which I'll tell you guys more about later, and actually we'll take a look at later, because I think there's even more stuff we can make with the Ancient Gears that I haven't even like seen yet. So we got a lot of stuff to do. All right, there we go. The goblins have been defeated. So what I wanted to show you guys was this ancient gear, and this is all the cool stuff we can make. This is the weapon I'm talking about, the rebar launcher. You guys can see we need Hellstone for it, but it shoots impaled rebar into enemies, and then I can shoot the rebar again to drive it deeper into enemies, and I assume like do more damage. But there's also really cool stuff like these pulse boots, which like gives me a more directional double jump. There's like an iron heart, which makes my melee weapons give me like a decaying barrier, which sounds cool. The steam saw, which like shoots a saw at enemies. Like all of it sounds super cool. So hopefully once we get all of those power-ups, we can probably, again, take down the Oracle like we failed to do in the last episode. We got pretty good at the first phase, but like, I know for a fact there is a second and third phase. Actually, I don't know if there's a third phase. I assume there's a third phase. I know there's a second phase because like occasionally we'd kill it right as it was transitioning to the second phase, where like the water in the arena started to rise up. So I assume that's the second phase. I'm also guessing a third phase because like this is a hard, really cool boss. So gamers, with all that being said, what we gotta do first, we gotta wait for a Blood Moon to spawn. So while we do that, we can go down into the mines and try and get ourselves some more of these exotic geodes. I'm not sure exactly where they spawn. I think we originally found the exotic geodes like, I think it was like around here or something. They're just kind of like in the walls of the caves. They're kind of like sparkly and glowing, so you can tell where they are. So I guess we just gotta go look for sparkly things down in the mines, and I will meet you guys back once we hopefully find some. Oh shit, yo, I found one of these other like mob challenge area things. Yo, these things are so cool. I want to fight this. No! Oh, dude, of course. I always die to the demon. Hey, there we go. I'm like, I cannot believe I actually died to that again. But nice, we got another double hit. These things are really good. And I also did another one. I just keep finding these things. All right, you know what? I'm done. I am done. I have explored so much of the goddamn cavern and underground layer. I cannot find another one of these things. Apparently, these things are like the rarest thing in the game. Like, I genuinely believe that because, like, I have not found a single one. I've been mining for like, I don't even know how long. It has been way too long. We're gonna ignore it. I wanted to at least find enough to like make the bow. I need 5 to make the bow. Can't do that. I can't really make the armor because I need a lot more to make the armor too. I could technically make some of these sparkling bullets, but like I'm probably not gonna do that because like I'm gonna save these for when I can hopefully maybe find some more of those off camera or something. But I don't know. We're gonna, for now, ignore that. We're gonna completely ignore that. Instead, how about we do this? Let's go ahead and buy a bloody tear from the abomination here, and let's just wait for it to turn night, and let's do something we know for a fact that we can farm out, which are actually these living bloods. Blood moon, here we go. This is gonna be way better for me to farm out. Like, oh my god. It also doesn't help too. I still have the iron pickaxe. Like, I don't even have like a good fast pickaxe to use. Like, we're just, oh my god. It's fine. So I think, I don't know how many of these things, the living blood we want. I think we have like 5 of them right now. How many things do like the recipes take? That one is 10. This one is 5. You know, this one's 12. So we're probably going to want like 50. 50 or 60 is going to be my goal. We might have to do a few blood moons, but I won't make you guys sit through all that. Let's just see. Can we like get any here? Okay, yeah. I wasn't recording, but we did get some of them. Also, damn, we got one of those Tanuki things, the plush. Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it does seem like it's a pretty rare drop, but they do drop. It's just probably going to take a little bit of time. I'm okay with this, though. I am way happier farming out this than I am mining. Like, oh my god. Damn. Okay, you know what? The blood moon ended, but we did get a pretty solid amount. We got 12 because I had one in my inventory beforehand, which means all in all, we have 17 of them. That's not bad. Maybe like 2 or 3 more blood moons. I'm getting pretty tired of this. I think we do have enough. I have 28 in my inventory right now, and we have like 40 total. I've done like what, 3? I think this is my 3rd blood moon I've done. So like honestly, we did pretty well. Actually, if I put these things in here, how much do we get after I clean up all the scraps? There we go. How many do we have? Yeah, 68. That is gotta be enough. We had a few more scattered about, but I think this is absolutely enough, thankfully. So now we can go ahead and move on to this thing, which is obviously the brain of Cthulhu. So I made myself I mean, I would barely even call this an arena, in all honesty, because, like, it's not even finished. The bottom platform is basically not there, but that's okay. We're not even looking right now to beat the Brain of Cthulhu. All we're trying to do is kill a bunch of the add-ons, the creepers, and get enough of the blood tissue to make ourselves the Nightmare Pickaxe so we can go get Hellstone, and then just, like, the other miscellaneous things, because, like, some of this stuff needs blood tissue, like this cool weapon. Let's get this thing started. I really don't think it's gonna be that bad. I mean, you know what? This is just a normal Brain of Cthulhu fight in, like, Master Mode. This is not Calamity Infernum or, like, Fargos Masochist mod. Honestly, this should be pretty easy. I low-key could take him out right now if I wanted to. Dude, this ecto chain is actually nuts for this fight because it's linking all these enemies together, and when these enemies are linked together, they all like take damage like proportional to each other. So I'm just like doing damage to every single one of these things at the same time. It's really good. Hey, look at that. There we go. There's our first blood tissue drop. Hold on, let's go ahead and pick that up. Nice. It's only 2, but like 2 is better than none. Also, all these enemies are gonna like die at the same time because we have them all chained together like this, so I'm not worried about it. Let's go! All of them are destroyed. It looks like, did we only get 10 tissue samples? Is there like more on the ground somewhere? Yeah, I see, you know what? I see a few more down there. 10 is not great, but like I think we only need 10 for the pickaxe, and like low key, I think we only really need like 20 in total for everything we want to craft. So, I mean, should I just kill the Brain of Cthulhu now? I guess I will. You know what? I guess, yeah, I guess we'll also just take down the Brain of Cthulhu. No reason not to. And while we're doing it, let me go ahead and collect all these tissue samples I see down here. That was a super drawn out final phase, but let's go, dude. The Brain of Cthulhu has been defeated. Okay, we'll absolutely take that. Did I really only get 15 tissue samples though? I feel like that's like none at all. Dude, damn, that's crazy. I probably am gonna have to fight the boss again, unless, I forgot, do we get any in the treasure bag? We do. Okay, never mind then. Yeah, in that case, let's go, dude. The Brain of Cthulhu was defeated. Didn't even mean to do that in this episode, but I guess it works out. Hell yeah, so now that we got that, we can throw everything back in here, and I think actually we probably have to make more Crimtane. I go through a lot of this stuff, but we can make ourselves the Nightmare Pickaxe, and now go mine Hellstone, dude. Let's go. Essentially the Deathbringer, because we're Crimson, not a corruption world, but either way, we can go get Hellstone. All right, so the only next thing we got to do is got to make ourselves a bunch of these rope coils to make ourselves the Instavator from Fargos Soul Mod. Thank you, because I just am so sick of mining in this episode. I do not want to mine down a Hellevator manually. I think that would absolutely suck. So what we're gonna do is pop down this Instavator right here. There we go. And I already got myself in my inventory an obsidian skin potion, a mining potion, and a calming potion. Except low-key, I might not take the calming potion immediately because I forgot we also do want to fight a voodoo demon and get the guide voodoo doll so we can make that other cool weapon that we need to make. Let's go, dude. We finally found one. I managed to get myself 773 of this Hellstone. And also, while I was killing some regular voodoo demons, I got this thing, an infernal catalyst. It says it primes the lava of hell for transmutation, requires a large body of lava. Items can be transmuted, will glow in your inventory. So it's the same thing as like the star shimmer transmutation system, except this time it's like lava in hell. And that sounds so cool. I have no idea what items I can do with this. And this thing, I don't know if it's like a rare drop or something, so I'm not going to throw it in and check right now. I'm going to like try and wait and maybe see if there's any good items I can use with it. But that's really cool. If you guys know of any items in the comments, then please let me know, because like I want to try that thing out. And there we go. We got ourselves the guide voodoo doll. We can get the hell out of hell, pun intended. And I think we do have obsidian already, right? Or do we not? Okay, we don't have any obsidian. Can I buy obsidian from this guy, or do we have to also go farm up for obsidian? Now, thankfully, we can just buy obsidian. In that case, I think, gamers, we have everything that we need to craft some of the very cool stuff that we want. But before we do any of that, I did get myself an extractor, and again, we do have a ton of desert fossils, so we gotta put all these things in here. And look at that, we're getting ancient gears there. Actually, we're getting a lot of ancient gears. Wow, I thought it was gonna be a bit more rare of a drop, but like we already got 12 of these things, 13, 14. Oh my god, hell yeah. Oh shit, this was a stupid idea, but it's working. Hold on, it's working, Loki, it's working, Loki. Oh no, I'm gonna die. God damn, what is that? A crescent caster? Okay, so I know that was a crazy cut, just like me hard cutting into being in the dungeon. What I was trying to do is see if maybe there were any possibility that I could like go deep enough into the dungeon that I could farm out some of these enemies for some bones. Because like I realized that this staff of disassembly, which we needed the guide voodoo doll for, we need bones for, and obviously we don't have any bones right now. I wanted to see if maybe we could get them before Skeletron, but it looks like that's probably not going to happen. I am back. I had to do a little bit of waiting around for Mr. Maurice the gunsmith to spawn in because I need to get myself some illegal gun parts. I also went and got myself some more obsidian, which means I am so poor. I have literally no money left after purchasing those two things. But I believe now, with all of that, we should have everything we need to make all of the stuff that you guys can see here to my right. So first up, we just got to craft ourselves a whole hell of a lot of my Crimtane and also all of this Hellstone. I think 135 is enough, which is good because after we craft the Hellstone like weapons here, we might be able to craft ourselves the Molten Set, which is probably going to be better. It kind of depends on what weapon we're going to end up using, but like, I know a lot of these are ranged, but there are some cool melee weapons, like whatever this Dracula's or Radcula's Rapier is, and like this thing, the Tomb Smasher, like all that sounds really cool. I don't know what set we're going to end up using, but it could be anything. First off, we got the Death Saxophone here. It is a magic weapon, which I believe we should be able to make, right? Why can we not make the Death Saxophone? Of course, dude, of course, we need a demon altar. Okay, whatever, I'll make that off camera. We can make the blood bolt, though. I'm pretty sure I've already seen the blood bolt in here. So yeah, there we go. We can make ourselves the blood bolter. Sorry, my bad. And, I mean, I guess because it's already here, we can make ourselves the Impact SMG. I also did see this, the double cross. It does low damage, but it sounds like it'd be really, really cool, actually. It shoots arrows from your 2 highest arrow slots at once. So I could shoot, like, Jester's arrows and like unholy arrows or something both at the same time, which would probably make this thing do really good damage. We're not gonna craft it, but like maybe we'll see. Maybe we also got ourselves Gluttony here. Yeah, hell yeah. And it's right here, bro, the Tomb Smasher as well. Now I think for this one, the Radcula's Rapier, oh no, we could have crafted it. I thought we had to like craft something else to make this thing, but no, we got okay, there we go, we got it. Dude, we're gonna have so many weapons by the end of this. We could also make ourselves the Pulse Boots, except I think for this I need to make myself, never mind, I forgot, I already bought myself the Rocket Boots off camera. There we go, we also have an upgraded boots now. Next up is the Steam Saw, which we do have to craft just one thing before it, which is the Blade Saw. This by itself sounds really cool. It like shreds through enemies and there's like a cool overheating mechanic, but this is, I guess, just like the upgraded version of it. It still has the overheating mechanic, and like you can see, release to vent the pressure, launching the saw blade. It shoots saw blades, bro. That sounds so cool. And the last weapon we're going to craft, I guess besides the Death Whistle, which we're going to do off camera, is going to be the Rebar Launcher, which I've mentioned a few times. Very cool. And then the only other thing I wanted to craft is just this cogwheel, which like, it's just some kind of mount. So like, I don't know, I wanted to make it. It also reminds me of Shovel Knight a lot, because in Shovel Knight you could get, oh my god, this is the mount. This is literally the Shovel Knight mount, dude. Holy, that's so cool. Okay, you know what? Looking at it again in Shovel Knight, it's called the mobile gear in Shovel Knight. It's definitely a little bit different. I mean, for one, in Shovel Knight, it's blue, but like, it's pretty much the same thing. I know like riding a big cog is not an exclusive like trait to Shovel Knight, but like, listen, it's Shovel Knight. Just shut up about it. And we also crafted ourselves the Death Saxophone, dude. Hell yeah. And honestly, I was thinking about it. I feel like it probably would be a good idea to craft myself the Molten Set, if nothing else, just for like the increase in defense, because like I don't think I'm really going to be using the set bonus of haunting and unhaunting my magic weapons, because like that just drains my mana so fast, and like some of these mana weapons take mana, obviously, so you know I want to like keep as much mana as I can. So let's go ahead and make ourselves the Molten Set, see how much of a defense increase it's gonna be. Yeah, like almost, what was that, 9 points of defense or something? Yeah, 9 points of defense. Honestly, that's still pretty good. I know you guys want to get into the Auroracle boss fight. Listen, so do I. Real quick, speed running this shit. We're going to go ahead and go over all of these weapons and just like see what they do. First off, this rapidly stabs enemies, inflicting a stacking bleed. Right click to teleport with the cursor. Reaping bleed stacks of enemies in the way for high damage and lifesteal, and striking multiple enemies with the teleport lowers its cooldown. So reaping is like, again, some new kind of mechanic. Consume stacks of a specified effect to increase the stats of a given move or grant you a different effect. Okay, cool. So I can stack bleed, and then like it'll give me that cool like whatever effect with the teleport. Next up is the Tomb Smasher. This one is kind of self-explanatory. It just strikes enemies up into the air when holding W, and it can slam them down when holding S, and you hit enemies in the air for more damage. Very cool. The Death Saxophone. Take damage and kill foes with other weapons to charge the saxophone. Once charged, it unleashes a high damage roar of primal death. Sounds so goddamn cool. The rebar, you already know what it does. Shoots rebar. You could shoot more rebar. Steam Saw, also you guys kind of already know what it does. Strike enemies to build up pressure, and then release the vent to pressure, launching the saw blade. Sounds awesome. The Blood Bolt converts wooden arrows into blood bolts. Blood bolts impale deadly fleshy enemies, exploding them on surfaces. It just sounds awesome too. The Impact SMG. Hold left click to rapidly fire high impact bullets, heating up over time. Release to boomerang the gun. Boomeranging while not overheated grants a stacking buff to the Impact SMG's damage, and boomeranging while overheated will consume all stacks for a deadly explosion. So like, again, I'm stacking buffs with this thing, and then it's exploding if I have like enough stacks. These weapons are just so cool sounding. And then the Agile Gluttony sucks the souls out of your enemies, turning them against their former brethren. Like, bro, These weapons sound so goddamn cool. Let's go into the Oracle fight and test some of these out. Oh, by the way, I also forgot there's one more thing. If we talk to Maurice here, he sells something so cool. The Maurice's defense system. It summons a gun-toting turret. Right-click to cycle between the different guns. One has good damage and good range, one has great damage and short range, and the other has light damage and a great fire rate. It's 45 gold, so like I can't craft it right now, but like, wow, that sounds awesome. I'm definitely gonna want to get that. Well, I quite literally have a full hotbar of brand new weapons. Let's go in order and try some of these things out. So first off, we got the Dracula's Rapier. I imagine it's gonna be like a stabbing thing. Oh my god, that looks and sounds awesome. Wow. This is like the Empress of Light weapon, but like a little bit different. Oh my god, that looks awesome. I really want to try this for the teleport. Hold on. It's gonna be a little bit hard to hit, but like, is it charged up enough to get the teleport? Oh, it doesn't even need to charge. I can just straight up teleport anyway. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh my god, that's awesome. Whoa. Oh, look at that saxophone. I bet that means it's charged up now. Holy shit, that's so cool. All right, dude, let's keep it going. I guess, you know what? I want to try out the death saxophone. So this is going to be like a high damaging roar of primal death. I guess that's going to be probably close range or something like that. So like, let's, I guess, wait for his tentacle to pop up. Damn, bro's taking his sweet ass time with the tentacle. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god, that did like a lot of damage too. Nearly 500 damage just from that. Oh my god. Dude, that was sick. What the hell? I want to keep trying the rapier more, but it's just a little bit too close range. Wait, hold on. I can totally do that. I can totally cheese that move and just teleport away from it. Oh, that's perfect because like, fuck that move. It's bullshit. Yes, I love that. Next up though, let's try the Tomb Smasher. Again, I imagine this is going to be a little bit closer range, but like, fuck it. Whoa. Oh, that is way different than how I thought it would attack. Unfortunately, this boss is a pretty terrible example to try out some of these melee weapons on, except the Steam Saw. I don't really know how the Steam Saw is going to work quite yet, so like maybe shooting the thing will be good with it, but like you guys can see, it is like impossible to try and like hit the tentacles with like melee weapons. It's a little bit hard. Let's try this one, the Steam Saw. So do I have to hit it to like over, god damn, dude. This weapon, I have to actually like strike enemies to build up pressure before it can like go and explode on them. Okay, that sounds strange. Before I can like launch the saw at them. Yeah, no, it's just wait, no. Oh wait, what? No. Oh, I could just shoot the saw anyway. I thought that was the set bonus that like allowed me to shoot the saw, like building up the pressure. I thought that's what that did. No, I could just shoot the saw anyway. Oh shit, dude, never mind then. This is kind of cracked. Yeah, look at this. I don't actually have to hit enemies to like build up the pressure. Look, it'll just build up the pressure anyway, and then I can release the saw. Okay, so in that case, the tooltip is wrong because it specifically does say strike enemies to build up pressure, but I guess I don't need to do that. Hell yeah. All right, so in that case, we'll definitely try and test out that weapon more, but for now, let's move on to the rebar launcher. So it doesn't say like a tooltip for what ammo it uses. Oh shit. Oh, that looks awesome. Oh my god, oh damn, this is cool as fuck. That's really cool. It doesn't have an ammo. It just kind of like fires by itself, dude. That's sick. It does attack really slow, which is a bit unfortunate, but like other than that, this is a really cool weapon. God damn it, I am so bad. All right, well now we're gonna try the Uzi, and also hold on, let me go ahead and like do a little bit of that. Oh my god, that weapon is so goddamn cool. So this Uzi, it gives me like a stacking debuff if I right click on. Oh shit. Oh, I see. It's not if I right click. When I release fire of the weapon, it like throws it like a boomerang, and then it's like if I hit someone, I get a buff or something like that. I don't exactly know what it was, dude. That attack is just so bullshit. Okay, this SMG is really cool. I think I want to play around with it a little bit more when I actually have more bullets, because like I'm poor right now. I can't afford to buy any bullets right now. So instead, let's go ahead and test out the Blood Blotter, which this one just fires arrows. So like it converts normal arrows into like blood arrows or something like that. Oh, cool. Yeah, you know what? This one's cool. Again, I'm probably gonna keep testing it as I like fight this boss, but let's try out now the last weapon, the Gluttony. This is a magic weapon. It sucks the soul out of... Whoa. Okay, that one might be the coolest looking for sure. And then I saw it summon a soul. It sucks the soul out, turning them against their former brethren. So like, I guess the soul then just goes and attacks the boss. In my case, this is so cool. Holy shit. I do have to be a little bit close to use this thing. Wow, that's awesome. God, that attack is just such bullshit, dude. There is nowhere you can go to avoid those. Well, gamers, at this point, I think I do have everything I need to fight this boss. So I suppose we're just going to keep testing out some of these weapons, see which one I want to use, and hopefully we can beat the boss. I would be very upset if after all this we still couldn't beat the boss. That bullshit ass attack, dude. Oh shit! Yo, we finally did it! We got to the second phase! No! Dude, fuck! Okay, we got this locked in. What's crazy, though, is that just confirms to me that that one attack is such bullshit, because, like, the second I stopped paying attention to that attack and just, like, teleported around it is the attempt that, like, now I actually got into the second phase and I'm, like, doing really well. I was right, though. We got into its third phase. Holy shit. Oh, hold on. I just realized I trimmed that clip, so you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. What I said is I turned off my music because I was like, this is the attempt where we either win or we get it into its third phase at least. And, you know, that ended up happening. So, hell yeah, we did it. Dude, what? That was bullshit. Okay, so for one, my jump, like, didn't come out, like, whatever, okay. I had enough health to where, like, I could tank a little bit, but then when I got in the water, it wouldn't let me swim upwards and out of the water, so the water just killed me. Bro, he was at 400 health. He was literally at 400 health. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! That fight was awesome. I died 110 times? Like, how many times did I just die? 100. Literally spot on 100 attempts. But we fucking took him down, dude. That attempt also, nearly a no-hit. I know, like, it says, you know, I got hit 7 times. I got hit in the last phase, and then, like, you know, the second to last phase. Up until then, no, that was pretty much no hit. Like, that was a really, really solid attempt. With that being said, And that boss is a little bit janky, not because like it's too hard or anything, but because specifically that one laser attack that it does in like the third phase, you probably saw every time that laser attack would happen, I would just teleport out of the way with this sword, because what you're supposed to do, I had to look this up because I had no idea what to do in that attack. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to switch to blocks and put blocks on those places, similar to, oh, I guess it's gone up here, but like it tried to show you like up here in like a little tutorial area that like there's a blue square that'll show up, and what you're supposed to do is put a block there, and the block is what's supposed to like block the laser attack, obviously. However, every time I would put a dirt block on those places, it wouldn't block the attack. I would still get hit by the laser, even if I was standing like perfectly in the center of the blocks and like the laser shouldn't have been able to hit me, it would still hit me. And that I felt like was a little bit jank. Maybe I'm supposed to like jump after I put that down, but that seems like kind of a game flaw. Maybe I'm supposed to use a different block than dirt blocks. I don't really know. So what I ended up doing is just teleporting away from that attack, because I knew how to avoid it, but it just like wouldn't really work, so I'd still get hit. So I figured, you know, I'll just teleport. What a super goddamn cool boss. Yes, a hard boss. I got it. Yeah, it was absolutely a hard boss. I'm gonna chalk that one up to my fault though, because it could have been a much easier experience if I have just not chose to be in master mode right now. Like, that is totally on me, but I'm okay with that, dude. Like, I actually enjoyed the challenge. That was just a great boss, dude. I enjoyed learning that. So during that fight, I also did switch around my equipment a little bit. Mainly what I did is I put back on the Book of Frost, which gives me like the melee critical strikes, make that explosion. I took off the pulse boots because the pulse boots are really cool. However, because the double jump is so like directionally fast, like in the left or the right, what would end up happening is I would avoid an attack, and then I would accidentally double jump back into the attack and get hit by that. And that happened a lot. So what I ended up doing is just taking that off temporarily, even though it is a really cool accessory. And I gotta say, dude, MVP was actually the Steam Saw, and like low-key, the Radicula's Rapier. This is, I think, my favorite weapon so far. It is so fun to use. I don't really know how much damage it does. It looked like it was doing a lot, but like obviously it's really close range, so I could only use this kind of sparingly. But the Stem Saw turned out to be really, really cool. And honestly, same with all these other weapons. I mainly just kind of use these three, like the Rapier, the Stem Saw, and then also the Impact SMG was very cool. And obviously like putting in the Death Saxophone, because like, I mean, that's just so goddamn cool. All right, gamers, I know this episode is, again, going to be super long, so let's go ahead and speedrun the rest of this, but we can go ahead and put down our very swag Oracle Relic. Oh, damn! Yo, it's glowing? That looks beautiful! What the fuck? That looks really, really cool. And we did get a treasure bag. We can go ahead and open this baby up. 3, 2, 1, bam! Oh, look, damn, we got a lot from that. We got a Tiger Technique, teaches you the art of axes, granting all axe weapons a new combo attack. The final strike will rend enemies' armor, and that permanently decreases defense by the specified amount, stacking additively. Holy shit, that is sick. We gotta find some, like, axe weapons then to use with that. We also got a Gloctopus, converts musket balls into Aurora ink. Critical hits and kills cause tentapistols to sprout from your back. What the fuck? What? Whoa. Oh, that is not what I expected the ink to look like at all, but, like, holy shit, that's cool. I want to know what these tentapistols are that sprout from. Okay, I guess we'll figure that out in the next episode. We can go fight some enemies. We also got a Tentalance, launches a shimmering tentacle lance, charge up to fire up to 4 lances at once. Oh, wait, that's sick. What the fuck? Hold on. Is it charged up all the way? I imagine it is. Whoa! Wow, and that charges really fast. Oh, so the normal attack does like, I see, depending on how long you hold it, it either does like the full charge or like only a few, but that charges so fast. Oh my god, this thing's a beast. Holy shit. The range on this is crazy too. Yeah, we're definitely using this weapon. This weapon is crazy. And I think the last weapon we got, yeah, the last weapon is this Overflowing Urn. Does 34 magic damage, is pretty good. Unleashes a torrent of chilling winds. Prolonged use will cause it to go out of control. Oh, that sounds dope. Hold on. Oh shit! Oh, that's so cool. It's like, it's making ice like wind from this vase. That is so sick. Oh, and here's it going out of control too. Yeah, it gave me like some debuffs and stuff. That is awesome. Hold on. I feel like this is a reference to something, but I have no idea what. Oh, you can see down here this little like status effect. That's when I guess it goes into like a frenzy mode, and then yeah, I get like chilled and then some other weird debuff. I mean, that seems still really good. The debuff isn't really as bad as I would expect it to be, so I'm okay with that. And the last thing we got is these rash squid fins, allows you to swim like a jelly squid. Does that mean like, is this like wings? This looks like wings. Can I just fly now? No. I have no idea what this does. Do I need to be in water for it? Let's find out. Do I need to be in water? Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I'm fast as hell. Oh, damn. That's sick. Oh my god. This is actually crazy. I am super fast with this on. Dude, this thing is awesome. And gamers, with that being done, that is going to be the end of this episode today. Again, I apologize. It's a bit of a longer episode because my schedule is now like super messed up with me like having moved and stuff like that, only doing 3 videos a week for the time being. I feel like these episodes are being a little bit longer, which I don't intend them to be. But, like, maybe it's also good because, like, I'm doing less episodes, so it makes sense that they'd be longer. I don't really know. Let me know what you guys think about the longer episodes in the comments below. But, gamers, with that being done, that is going to be the end of this episode today. Like the video, like, and subscribe if you really like it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you, gamers, in the next video. Peace.